Hello everyone, welcome to BW Business World and BW Marketing World. I'm Reema Bhadari, your editorial lead of BW Business World, and we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Naveen Soni, President, Lexus India. So, Mr. Soni, firstly, seventh year running. It just completed 2023, it completed 6 years. Now, seventh year in the running. So, how does Lexus India maintain a sense of exclusiveness in its marketing strategy while aiming for broader market penetration?
So it's practically taking care of your existing guest and then growing with their help. That has been the philosophy. For us, Lexus India, we've never been chasing numbers. We are not in the market to kind of sell more cars, but increase more fans of Lexus. How do we do this is that when we have a particular guest, we make sure that he or she is taken care of. When I say guest, I'm talking about consumers. So, sorry, any guest who has ever decided to purchase or has intentions to show to buy a Lexus, we make sure that he's treated more than a guest is at home, and then he carries forward fond memories even if he has not chosen to buy a Lexus from us. With this way, as I said at the beginning, we take care of our guests in a homogeneous, nice way, giving each and everybody a personalized experience, and then growing from there to a bigger market size.
Okay, so coming to the Lexus Design Awards, it is a flagship event of Lexus India, as we were talking previously. That is also in its seventh year,
Yes.
and design is something which is the niche of Lexus India. So, with this calling out for young talent, young generation, Gen Z is also a driving force in today's date for marketeers, for CEOs, and everyone, because they have somehow become they are the future. So, how does this year's initiative for Lexus Design Award comes up?
Yeah, so like you said, along with the brand introduction, we had to take a conscious decision about what are the things that we would like to be known for. And there are two clear words that emerged. One is design and one is sustainability. For sustainability, we had all my products except for one, which is like 99% of my product range, is a self-charging hybrid electric vehicle, which what we feel is the current business environment or the current infrastructure environment is the best business case for the kind of technologies that should be used in mobility. But for the other cornerstone, we do get recognized for the intricacies and the detailing and the kind of craftsmanship that we use to build our vehicles. So we said, okay, that is something that we need to promote and be known for, and not only within the industry. So there is nothing. LDAI, Lexus Design Awards India, has no correlation with the kind of products that we sell or the kind of technologies that we sell. It is basically about promoting design and designers. So, like you said, we are in the business of promoting good design, promoting good designers, whether young or old. That's not really the question. The important issue for us is that they are here to solve nations' problems, and using design as a tool, they can improve the condition of the surroundings that they are in, and then that is what we are trying to kind of recognize, and then give them that experience to even finesse that to a final product.
Lovely. So since we were talking about sustainability. Electric and hybrid is the talk of the town. That is from global warming. We have come to a stage of global boiling, and auto sectors contribute a lot of it with its electric and hybrid mobility. So what I would like to know is how is Lexus India's roadmap to this sustainable mobility going towards?
So currently, as I said to you, that we are in looking at the business environment, looking at the infrastructure environment, looking at what is the kind of technologies that suit the current environment in the best possible way. So from that point of view, what we feel is that the hybrid vehicles, the self-charging hybrid electric vehicles, perform the role of saving the environment because they burn less fuel. Most of the time, the vehicle is running as an electric vehicle. There's no need for external charge because they are self-charging. And from power and fuel efficiency requirement. Obviously, the requirements are favoring the environmental concerns that are faced by the country. So this is the current condition, but we do know that battery chemistries will evolve. We do know that the business environment is going to be different in the future. So globally, we have taken a mandate of producing all Lexus vehicles will be battery electric vehicles. And recently in the Tokyo Mobility Show, we showcased the first step towards that. And we produced or showcased the two next products that are going to be coming from Lexus. And those two are battery electric vehicles. So we will move into a direction by 2035 to have all battery electric vehicles. But currently we feel that the self-charging hybrid electric vehicles perform the job of protecting environment, protecting fuel conservation, and also giving power and fuel efficiency as required by the consumer and the government. So therefore, we are trying to sell these vehicles from the very inception, and it's got a very strong hybrid electric range.
Lexus has been the official automotive partner at HSBC's Women World Championship, and that too for 3 years in a row. And also, sports have become a domain for marketeers and for all the companies in today's day to have a good highlight to it. So, how does Lexus India collaborate in terms of sports entities?
Yeah, so basically, what we have tried to do is not just sports, but we have tried to understand our guests, our consumers better in terms of what their business, besides their business interests that are there. So we just don't want to be known as a luxury mobility company. We like to be known as a luxury lifestyle partner. In order to establish that fact, we have been trying to understand all our guests' needs from the first time that they've shown their desire to own a Lexus or be a part of Lexus family. So what we have tried to do is we've gathered all this information, bucketed this into different areas, and most of our guests have shown lifestyle interest in either sports, either in films, either in music, either in health and sustainability. Post-COVID, that's become very important. So what we have tried to do is, and food. So what we have tried to do is that we have tried to give various platforms under which we are trying to invite the best of the best. We call these as passion points, one of these categories, and how to accentuate these passion points by providing them opportunities so that they can enhance their lifestyle. And therefore, we like to be enhancing our luxury lifestyle partnership with our guest. So towards that, we've launched a program called Lexus Life, and under this Lexus Life, what we do is we ask our guests to either either they have privileges or they have experiences. Experiences is something that money can't buy, but at the same time, a privilege is something that by virtue of being a Lexus guest, they can participate. And 40% of my marketing spends go towards Lexus Life program. And what we have tried to do is we have encouraged, in fact, the participation of our guests in such programs, and they've come wholeheartedly. What we try and do during these activities is that by doing such activities, we will make them closer to brand Lexus. So that is how we intend to strengthen the bond with our guests.
Understood. So, as you mentioned that most of it goes in the experiential side of it. So, Lexus India has been employing experiential strategies for a very long time, and this approach is also seen as one of the biggest trends of 2024. So, how does experiential strategies or experiential marketing help in increasing the sales, the demand of sales?
See, the final outcome might be sales, but the route that we have adopted is, as I said, strengthening my relationship with my guest. And the company and the guest have something more than just mobility needs to talk in common. With that, what we have seen is that they slowly, over a period of time, become quasi-brand ambassadors because they know that this company, yes, is interested in selling cars, but they go just much beyond that, and they tailor make experiences which are good to me as a guest. So that is why they kind of have a business association with us, and towards that, the Lexus Life program is the cornerstone of our experiential marketing activities. And with this, we have been able to develop a closer bond. Just to give you a business KPI reference index, we started with a referral percentage of 9% as a total sale. Today it's hovering around 18 to 19%. And we hope that with this kind of strength of the program of Lexus Life, it will be even going up to, I would believe, up to 30%. Not only the percentage of guests coming through the referral program has increased, we must understand that this is a very, even a cost effective way to kind of engage with our guests, because you are doing a very focused activity.
Right.
It's not spray and pray. I'm doing a very focused activity where guests who are interested in that activity only participate in that activity, and therefore my bond with the, or the company's bond with the guests grows deeper, and they become cozy brand ambassadors. So our route is, as I said at the very beginning, first consolidate your base and then grow with this. With these guest recommendations, to grow is the best way to, most sustainable way to grow, we feel.
Okay, so as you mentioned that experiential, more than experiential strategies, it's about connecting with the consumers. So again, as we see this as a trend, as technology, artificial intelligence, and this experiential strategy, the experiential marketing is what consumers are in need of or want after the after post-COVID era, of course. So, how are you planning to allocate the resources of the spends in the next year in terms of experiential marketing or vis-a-vis your other marketing strategies?
Yeah, so there are clearly trends that are we'd like to follow in terms of spends in marketing. Digital will occupy a center stage because digital is going to be staying, because people's consumption for about media habits has become very digital. They like to engage and understand more about the brands also digitally. So that is why we find more of our guests on digital platform. But having said that, as I said earlier, 40% of my budgets stay allocated to such experiential marketing events for the existing guests, not for new guests, but for existing guests. We'd like to also increase, and this year we've taken some steps towards that. We have expanded this kind of experiential events not only for guests who have purchased a vehicle or are showing intentions to buy a vehicle. I would like to invite even guests who chose not to purchase a Lexus vehicle uh, after coming to our showrooms, so that the business continuity remains. Maybe in the next cycle or even the next to next cycle, he or she will come back and then look for a Lexus vehicle.
Lovely. I hope, inshallah, I
Yeah,
hope so.
sure, sure.
So, okay, as we were talking about the key trends, there are a lot of, as you mentioned, digital is something, digital media is something that is focused upon. Plus, of course, we have seen a rise in traditional media in the last
Yeah.
1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
And now I think everyone is looking at a comprehensive 360-degree campaigns where there's a mix, a blend of both traditional and digital media. But with the advent and the rising scope of AI, technologies like AR, VR, it's being used in OOH campaigns as well in today's date. So, how does this fit in to Lexus? Are we going to see more campaigns which will be more, technological driven, or how do you plan to use these technologies for the benefit of the campaigns done by Lexus India?
So besides being, as I said earlier, the being a luxury lifestyle partner, there's another mantra that keeps guiding us, is that luxury is personal. Okay, what is the definition of luxury for person A may differ from person B. So what we have tried to do is, or what we will try and do is using technology as a tool to customize various messaging, and not only messaging but categorization of my guests, so that we can actually tailor make not only the activity but the messaging that goes to each and every individual based on AI and ML tools. And I think that is going to be more of interest to the guest, because he or she will get to see content that is only relevant to him or her.
Understood. So even with technologies like immersive experience
Yeah.
is what customers are also looking for. They are getting wooed by it. They can feel things which are not even happening. So
Yeah.
it gives them a better insight of whether to go for it or not.
Yeah.
So in those terms, like maybe in the next year we will be seeing Lexus Design Award also having a greater than life experience.
If I were to look at I was sitting since this evaluation has been going on. If I were to look at the kind of technology platforms that are being used to kind of engage, you use the word immersive, but yes, it is going to be more and more lifelike. It is going to be more like real, and it will not be just simple messaging. I am coming more from customizing those messaging. That's the route that we will take for making sure that each and every individual gets something that he or she is interested in. But yes, using immersive tools and technologies, you can further enhance the experience, and then engagement becomes much better.
Okay, so even in I mean, Lexus is again a luxury brand.
Mm.
So, and with economic uncertainties, it becomes really difficult. Thankfully, India is still on a rise
Yeah,
on
sure.
that end. So, what strategies do you employ in terms of brand to maintain brand resilience when there is crisis and there is uncertainty that what is happening, what is not?
So the first thing that I mentioned to you about is taking care of your existing guests. That is the insurance policy that every brand must and should always engage in. Because once your guest is those who bought your vehicle in the past are strong advocates of your brand, then I think business continuity point of view, you would not face the large vagaries of the economic uncertainties that may come up. It is likely to only make a small difference in the final outcome. If you've taken care of your guest, the vagaries would not be as severe. Otherwise, every time you would be looking for a new set of guests. But through this route, taking care of your guest is a strategy that most of our how should I say, luxury makers are employing, and I think that is making sense to everybody, including the guest.
Lovely. So, my last two questions
Yeah.
basically. So, since we are at the seventh edition
Hmm.
of Luxury Design Awards India, how has the nominations been like? How has the entries? How does the entries look like?
Yeah, so this year, like last year, we've seen a steady flow of inquiries. Sorry for of the entries. The differentiating factor this year has been the number of. We have two categories. One is the professional category. One is the amateur or the student category. So we have been seeing a sudden rise in the professional category, which means that the kind of quality of entries that are coming is definitely much better. And since I mentioned to you that we have enhanced our jury members also, so what is pleasing to me is that with the rich experience that the jury has, they have been able to even elevate the kind of use cases that the designer himself may not have thought of, or she may not have thought of. So what we are seeing is that we are, by employing or getting such esteemed jury, definitely the desirability index of participating in such awards goes higher, and it should be the kind of most recognized design award that exists in the design fraternity. And I think there is going to be good future, and with this continuing effort that we've been having, I think the next year will be even better than this year.
Lovely. I think that as we started the interview with, Gen Zs are the driving force
Yes,
now.
yes, yes, yes.
Lovely. So, okay, so apart from Lexus Design Award India,
Yeah.
what are the other experiential endeavors that we should look forward for 2023, 2024?
See, 2023 has definitely, now that we are coming to an end of the 2023 era, what we can clearly see is that 2023 started off with a lot of carryover from the last year because of the semiconductor issues. We could not supply those cars, which has improved considerably. In fact, more or less solved as an issue. So supply side issues are under control. Now it's a question of taking a steady growth to the next level, and that is what our endeavor is. That, as I said, taking care of your guests, making them the quasi brand ambassadors, taking more guests from the existing guests. That would be our endeavor. So hopefully this trend continues, and as I said, sustainable future is what we will be aspiring for.
So there will be a lot more experiential strategies that will be looked
Definitely,
upon in
definitely.
2024.
We would like to deepen our bonds and relationship with our guests. whether it is through experiential marketing activities, immersive marketing activities, or reaching out to them at the right time for the right things. These are things that, and using tools of AI and ML for that. I think this would be the way forward.
Lovely. Also, my last question apparently, what are the trends that you foresee as being in this industry, that what will be working for 2024?
I think, when we think about new trends, what we often tend to forget is the basics remain the same. Basically, what we would like to do is keep continuing the very foundation of our, how should I say, business philosophy or marketing strategies or whatever word you want to give it. I think as long as we are able to work consistently, diligently, in a systematic manner, I think business results would be the same, what we expect. If there are any changes in terms of technologies, if there are any changes in terms of business environment, I think it's for us to do quick, in our language we call it PDCA, plan, do, check, act. Those kind of business cycles that we evolve to reflect on what went right and what did not go as per our expectations, and then modify the business plan for the next cycle. I think these kind of basic fundamental things remain the same. If we are able to follow these, I think for the last so many years we've been able to prove this, that the growth would be only northwards.
Absolutely. But again, I mean, since we are in a stage where every 3 months things are changing, technology is, humans have created technology and it's moving faster than humans. We are also trying to pace up, ki, okay, what is happening, what is not happening. Do you see that it will actually take a leg up where people are scared of AI as well?
Uh, on a philosophical level, yes, maybe that's true. And if you follow certain science-fi movies, that might give you that kind of scare. But to me, the most important thing is that whether it is technology or whether it is, how should I say, the tools that you use, that's not going to be the business focus. As I said, stay focused to your guests. Look at their business needs and evolve continuously through PDCA cycle. I think that would take the companies ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Soni. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.